Good morning. This is the 17th of 53 consecutive walks from the Wrexham Disaster Memorial Wheel to the miners' rescue in town and back again. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, 8 in the morning, cold but not too cold, sun shining bright and frost on the ground. Absolutely gorgeous. John Edward Samuel and Albert Samuel, two brothers, were turning a cutting machine around when they heard the blast and felt a heavy gust of air which sent them staggering. The 30 or so miners who'd survived the initial explosion and afterdamp, the name given to the poisonous gases generated by mining explosions, assembled in the 29s to discuss what should be done. It's reported that there was no panic and that John Samuel assumed a leadership role. First they made their way to the main haulage road, but on arriving at a junction, the air was full of gas and they came across a dying miner who couldn't be revived. At this point they discussed the best way to go and decided they would need to climb the ladders that ascended a series of faults to get out. The road to the ladders was long and narrow, and it was a route none of the men had travelled before. John Samuel would later describe the journey. We put the deputy, David Jones, down on his hands and knees, and Fisher took the lead. We kept wafting bits of rag and our caps and things round our faces. It was very hot and a lot of gas there. We carried on until David Jones said something about being done, but I said, stick it, and we kept on carrying on until we reached the bottom of the ladders. As they started up the ladders, John Samuel said to his brother, take your time, don't be in a hurry, we won't leave David here. We got him to the foot of the ladder and he got his hands on the rungs, and I got my shoulder underneath him and pushed him up. He seemed to revive and the air was clearer. Having negotiated the ladders, better progress was able to be made, but a couple of the weaker men fell behind from time to time and needed to be helped. Finally, a big gust of wind greeted them and they'd reached the clutch. From here, the men knew the way out. But of the 30 or so men who survived the initial blast, and indeed of all the miners in the Dennis, only 6 miners came out alive. Evidence, if any was needed, of how difficult that escape must have been. So foul was the air that the others couldn't endure it, or sought to escape through another route. The 6 survivors were Robert Andrews, Cyril Challoner, Thomas Fisher, David Jones, Albert Samuel and Jack Samuel. John Samuel was awarded the King's Medal, later known as the George Cross, for his courage and for leading his comrades to safety during the perilous journey. The citation reads, Samuel took a leading part, as well as advising what to do or what to try, giving others help and hanging back to render assistance when delay was fraught with grave danger. John Samuel would move to Devon to become a gardener and to start a new life. Only a short time after the 6 miners emerged to safety, it was confirmed that the route they had taken was burning. They'd just got out in the nick of time. Today's walk was dedicated to Ellis Griffiths, Emmanuel Griffiths, John F. Griffiths, Walter Griffiths and Walter Hall.